everybody, it's Margo here, and today's video is going to be a part 2 on weird places that you didn't know existed. So I really enjoyed making this last video, so I figured why not make another one and check out some more places that are uncommonly known and really weird. So yeah, let's hop right into it. So the first place that I came across that we're going to talk about today is called DONGCHUAN red soil. It's in China and it is unlike anything I've ever seen before. So this piece of land is kind of like a patchwork situation with greens and yellows and reds. It's basically, it looks like a giant field with patchwork. I'm not really sure how else to explain it other than that way, but I'll read to you guys kind of what this place is all about. So based on one of the websites that I checked out, it says that DONGCHUAN red soil is a mountainous valley to the southwest of Kunming, the capital of Yunnan province. Due to the remoteness of public infrastructure, this place is not on a tourist map of China. It was discovered in the mid-1990s. Mid-1990s, I'm not sure how they discovered it so late. Why mid-1990s? The wavy landscape looking like a patchwork quilt are brown-red due to the high concentration of minerals and fossils. Now, when I read that, I kind of wanted to know more on the chemical kind of makeup, you know, what made it this kind of color. So I looked further into this, and one website said that it is iron oxide in the soil, deposited slowly throughout centuries, that gradually formed the dazzling color of different shades of redness. So yeah, something as simple as iron oxide made this beautiful piece of land. So I thought this was a really cool place. This isn't something that I had ever heard of. Generally, China is not a place that has been on the top of my list of places that I want to see. But time and time again, I feel like I see, you know, touristy places, or I guess as an example, like places like this that aren't touristy. And it really makes you wonder why more people don't visit China. Okay, this third place I'm actually pretty excited about. It's not one that I had ever heard of before looking up all of these places, and it looks like a place that I could definitely enjoy going to and checking out. So this place is called the PAMUKKALE thermal pools. It is located in Turkey and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So it's got like these reservoirs of water, and some type of mineral makes the like outskirts of where the water is sitting white, which makes the water in turn like a beautiful turquoise kind of blue. It just looks like something you might see in Iceland, or I don't even know. It just looks amazing. So let's just read a little bit about this so we can understand why it is the way it is. So in this one website, it says that in some places, the PAMUKKALE thermal pools look like the fields of cotton balls. The name translates to cotton castle. The thermal pools are filled with natural hot spring waters and cascade down inclines to various tiers. The thermal pools are more than a great way to relax or spend the day swimming. They are breathtakingly beautiful. Do not forget the camera. And I don't know who would forget the camera, because why would you go to a place like this without a camera? I kind of wanted to figure out why it is the way it is, so this is what this other website had to say. So it says, over thousands of years, calcite-filled waters have created the UNESCO World Heritage Site, PAMUKKALE. PAMUKKALE comprises of natural mineral basins formed amongst bright calcium bicarbonate deposits, resulting in an unreal landscape. The petrified white deposits stand out in contrast to the natural bright blue pools formed in the layers, almost as if on purpose. It will truly take your breath away. So yeah, just a really beautiful looking place. I am such a sucker for bright blue waters, and this just fits the bill for me. It's unusual in the sense that You know, these mineral deposits are doing weird things to this landscape. So it would be a really cool place to check out. I've also heard other amazing things about Turkey, so I'm sure I'll probably find myself in the area at some point in my lifetime. So yeah, super cool place. Okay, so the next place that I want to go over is a bit different from the ones that we've checked out before because it is a structure on the top of a hill. So this is more man-made than the other places were. So the place that I'm talking about is a monastery in Italy. More specifically, this monastery is called the Monastery of Santa Maria dell'Isola in Tropea, Italy. Does anyone else just have to do this when they try and make an Italian accent? So what's cool about this monastery is it's located on the top of the hill, and the only way that you can get to this is by foot, going up these steps that are carved out of the hill. So it looks just so majestic. It looks like something that would be in one of the childhood Barbie movies that I would watch on repeat every single day for months. I don't know, it just looks very like princessy and majestic. But yeah, let's just read a little bit about this place. Basically, what this website says is that Santa Maria dell'Isola is an attractive small monastery located on the top of a hill just on the beach of Tropea in Calabria, Italy. It is a holy place for pilgrims. The present frontage of the monastery is dated after the earthquake of 1905 and is the work of the local workers in the district of Monte Cassino. The coast that this monastery is located on is known as the Coast of the Gods. So if that doesn't attract you to this place, I'm not sure what would. This is a 4th century monastery that's accessible only by climbing up a winding flight of steps carved directly into the cliffside. So that's kind of what I mentioned before, but put in more attractive words. But yeah, people have lived in Tropea for at least 2,000 years since Sextus Pompey defeated the Emperor Octavius. So according to the legend, it was founded by Hercules himself. So Hercules made this beautiful monastery, according to the legend. Overall, pretty cool place to look at. This just looks like something that would be in Italy. I'm not shocked that it exists, but it is nice because it feels like this is something that you might only see in Game of Thrones or something, you know, kind of fantastical, something that couldn't be real. But here it is in front of our eyes, it is real. So would definitely love to check this out in the future. Okay, so the next place that we have is located in Brazil, and it is called LENÇOIS Maranhenses. I probably butchered that name. I'm not even gonna try to use a Brazilian accent. I don't know anything about Portuguese, so that's what we're going with. LENÇOIS Maranhenses. What makes this place really cool is that it looks like it's a desert until water collects in these kind of holes and stays there, and it becomes like an oasis of little pools that you can kind of like hop to and from. It just seems very cool. But let's read about it to get kind of more interesting details than just my commentary. LENÇOIS Maranhenses National Park is a national park located in Maranhão State in northeastern Brazil, just east of the Baía de São José. Protected on June 2nd, 1981, the 155,000 hectare park includes 70 kilometers of coastline and an interior composed of rolling sand dunes. During the rainy season, the valleys among the dunes fill with freshwater lagoons, prevented from drainage due to the impermeable rock beneath. The park is home to a range of species, including 4 listed as endangered, and has become a popular destination for eco-tourists. So yeah, this place just looks super beautiful. It's not a common thing to see lagoons that are just kind of placed next to a coast in what looks to be a desert. The sand is so white, it looks like a dream, and it just looks like a really cool place to check out. Okay, so the next place we're gonna go over is called Chocolate Hills, and it's located in the Philippines, more specifically the Bohol Islands. And this is a place that I actually have heard of before. I have seen pictures of it, and it does look very interesting. So they call it Chocolate Hills for a reason. There are basically these mounds, but they're huge. They just look like mounds of dead grass. I'm not entirely sure, some type of colored grass that resembles a chocolate kind of hue. And when you're high up looking at all of these hills, there's just so many, and it's just, they're oddly shaped. There are many odd things about this place. And I mean, I'm sure you can tell through the pictures, it's not a common mountain range, you know what I mean? Let's read a little bit about it. So according to Wikipedia, the Chocolate Hills are a geological formation in the Bohol province of the Philippines. There are at least 1,260 hills, but there may be as many as 1,776 hills spread over an area of more than 50 square kilometers. They are covered in green grass that turns brown during the dry season, hence the name. So I was totally right, dead grass. The Chocolate Hills is a famous tourist attraction. They are featured in the provincial flag and seal to symbolize the abundance of natural attractions in the province. They are in the Philippines Tourism Authority's list of tourist destinations in the Philippines, and they've been declared the country's 3rd National Geological Monument and proposed for inclusion in the UNESCO World Heritage List. So yeah, I mean, it's a super cool looking place. It's no surprise that these are in the Philippines because the Philippines is just freaking amazing. They've got so many things going for them, so many places to check out. It's just an amazing country. I absolutely plan on going to see this place at some point. Philippines is at the top of my list. So yeah, it's just a really cool looking place. Alright, so this is the last place that we're going to be checking out today, and it actually is also located in China. So this is called the TIANZI Mountains Nature Reserve, and I think I've seen photos of this before as well, but I never knew if it was real. I never knew where it was. I didn't really know much about it at all, and if it was like a possibility that this could actually exist on Earth. But it does, lo and behold. So these mountains are not your typical mountains. They're not covered in snow. They're not, you know, like shaped like this. They're shaped like this. That's what makes them unique. They're just like super tall, super skinny. They look like fingers, like coming out of the ground, you know what I mean? But yeah, super weird place, but let's read a little bit about it. TIANZI Mountain provides stunning views of peaks which rise one after another. It's known as the monarch of the peak forest. There are 4 wonders: the sea of clouds, the radiance of the moonlight, rays of sunshine, and the snow in winter. Oh, so I guess there is snow at some points on the peaks of these mountains. Oops. But yeah, so by the looks of it, this place is kind of ever changing. It changes with the seasons. It looks totally different depending on the time of day that you go to visit it. But lots of pictures that you will see, these mountains are like covered in fog. So it looks so mysterious, it looks kind of creepy, but it looks so cool at the same time. One of the pictures that I actually pulled up, it looks like there's like, I don't know if this is along the ocean, I'll have to check this out. I'm not sure where this water is coming from. It might be photoshopped, but there's this like beautiful scene where there are all these mountains just surrounding this body of water, and this body of water is like a vibrant blue. All in all, this place looks so interesting. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't find mountains like this in Canada. I don't know, probably not even the States. So I think this is a really cool thing that China has going for them, and I would definitely be interested in checking it out. Alright, so this wraps it up for part 2 of weird places that you probably didn't know existed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you can think of any other weird places that you don't think I would know exist, please leave them down below so I can make another video just like this one. I really like checking these places out. It's really cool to just see what's out in the world. Like this video down below, subscribe to me for more, and we'll see you next week. See ya!